we're going to start working on our class 2.1. Ready? So it's the first class of the second week, right? In that case, we're going to start working on a specific vocabulary. I would like to start the class with this question. What's wrong with it? You know, wrong, it's like the adjective like incorrect or what is the problem, right? So in that case, what's wrong with it? It means what's wrong with this object. What problems do you see with this iPad?
The screen is cracked.
The screen is cracked. Yes,
Broken.
it is broken, right? Yeah, the screen, the glass, right? It's broken. Anything else?
It has a lot of scratches.
I suppose that on the back part, it must have a lot of scratches.
It's
Good.
damaged.
It's damaged. Exactly. And I know that it has a problem with the battery. You know, it has a problem with the battery. Yes.
How
So,
do you know that?
because it's a picture of a friend's iPad.
Okay.
So in that case, girls, today we're going to work on how to describe physical problems with objects and other additional resources, right? So the first part, it's working on the vocabulary, but as far as I listen to you, I think that you already got it, but we're going to review it anyway. Ready? So tonight we're going to start working on the vocabulary of problems of physical problems, right? Taking into account that every word has different forms. Sometimes I can use the form of the adjective, or sometimes I can use the form of the noun. What's the difference? When we work with adjective, we know that it's a characteristic. Yeah, this is going to be a quality. Ready? But when we work with nouns, that it means sustantivo, you know, it's going to be things or, you know, concepts, right? So in that case, it's the name of the things. Okay, right? So it's the same word, it's the same thing. It's just that we're talking about it as a quality or as a thing, right? So in general terms, when we work with adjectives, we usually use the verb to be, right? Because we said that, for example, the thing is damaged, the thing is broken, right? Because this is the quality. How is the quality? Is and then broken, damaged, or something like that. Different than when we use the nouns, right? We're not going to use the verb to be. This is the most common one, no? The verb to be, it's always the most common. But normally we also have other possibility. And the other possibility is to say, for example, esa vasija tiene un huequito. Esa vasija tiene un rayón. Esa, perdón, esa vasija tiene una mancha, right? Esa vasija tiene un daño, okay? Sorry. So in that case, it's the same concept, but in a different way. In that case, as we're working with nouns, we normally use the verb to have. Yes, because it's something not that we are or the thing is, but it is something that the thing has, right? For example, mancha. No es que sea una mancha, sino que tiene una mancha. So in that case, that's why we normally use the verb to have. But it's also possible that we also use there is or there are, you know, the verb haber. Like, for example, hay una mancha en esa vasija, right? Hay una mancha en ese sofá. Hay un rayón en esa pantalla, right? So when we work with nouns, it's a possibility that we use the verb to have or there is, there are. When we work with adjectives, it's more commonly related to the verb to be, right? Let's check on the vocabulary that we have here because the vocabulary is easy, right? But maybe we can have some doubts over here, okay? The first one is torn. Yeah, torn. Or if it's a noun, it's a tear or a hole. That is when a piece of fabric, a jacket, a pair of pants, a t-shirt, a scarf, a skirt, any piece of clothing or any piece of fabric, yes, has a hole. For example, you know, nowadays there are some pants which they have holes on, like jeans, and they have holes, and they are called torn pants or torn jeans, right? Because they have different tiers or different holes in them, right? So torn, it's usually, for example, for like for clothing. I have a jacket that is torn. I have a t-shirt that is torn. I have a wool cap that is torn, no? When the material is fabric. What is the meaning of fabric, girls? Fabric, what is that?
Tela.
Tela, muy bien, very good. So when we have something related or made of fabric, then it's a possibility that we can have a turn, no? Maybe a
Teacher,
t-shirt.
I have a question.
Yes, tell me, of course.
So, you said that we use turned when you're talking about fabric. So, and what about the ripped?
Ripped,
Can be used as well? Ripped.
like this one?
Yes. Yes.
Yes, of course, but ripped is more the action of,
Ah,
like
okay.
this one, it's a little hole that it has the piece. Ready?
Como un desgaste.
Yeah, exactly. Like está roto, un huequito, right? But when I say rip, it's destroyed, like divided
Okay.
in two. Yes.
Okay, thanks.
Okay. Ready? Good. Excellent. Well, also we're going to have other, which is chipped, more related to when we work with glass or sometimes with pottery. Do you know what is the meaning of pottery? Pottery, what's that?
Cerámica.
Ceramica. So, for example, if you have a vase, if you have a glass, if you have well, different things. No, if you have a plate, if you have a cup, all of them are made of pottery or glass, right? So it can be chipped. Chipped is especially used when there is a little piece that is missing. Not when it's completely broken, but when there is a little piece that is missing, usually on the edge, on the border. Yes. So, for example, it's very common that when we drop a glass, we have a glass, pues made of glass, of course, right? And it's common that when we drop it accidentally, it loses a little part. Yes, it loses a little part of the glass. Or the same happens when, for example, we drop a cup. No, we have the cup, and if we drop it, probably it's going to lose the little piece of the ear, right? So in that case, that's something that is chipped. Yes, it's broken, but minimally broken. It has a little piece that is missing. Okay. Different when I use cracked. Cracked is also used for pottery or glass, right? But in that case, it's when the thing or like, let's say the accident was bigger and then the damage is bigger. Nevertheless, it is not completely broken. Cracked, it's just, like you can see the lines, but it is not completely broken. Why not? Because broken, yes, or destroyed, yes, broken, it's going to be when we don't have only but the pieces of the object. Yes. So we have chipped, which is the smallest part. Cracked, it's all the lines that we can see on the objects. And broken, when it is completely destroyed. No, you just have the pieces all over the place, but it is not put together. No, so it is not a glass anymore, right? So those three are going to be used for talking about those kind of material, like for example, wood, or plastic maybe, or glass, or pottery, or some of those materials which are a little bit delicate. Ready? Hmm? Now, what about scratched? Somebody mentioned scratched. What is the meaning of scratched?
Como un rayón.
Exactly, very good. Imagine that my girlfriend, she has long nails, right? So whenever she uses my cell phone, the screen of the cell phone is scratched, right? So in that case, scratch is also for, glass especially, or plastic, or wool, wood, yes. But it is especially when they have like some marks. It is not broken, it is not chipped, it is not cracked, it's minimal, but you can see some different marks, no? Especially like lines that are marked there in the piece, okay? And damage, well, damage is in general, no? Like something is damaged, might be broken, might be scratched, it has some damage, no? Like it is damaged. Dented, on the other way, it is usually for the metallic objects. And when you hit them or when you crush them with something and it changes the form, yeah, you modify the form of the shape, then it gets dented, right? For example, if I have a bicycle and I fell down, yes, it's probably get dented, no? So it's probably be like something like this, no? Like you modify the form, okay? So especially with metallic objects. Hmm? Stained, once again, with turn with fabric, ready? But it is when it changes the color for something. For example, I have my jeans and I spill some blackberry juice. So I am going to have a red or a purple stain. Yeah. So the pants are going to be stained. Yes. Or for example, I don't know, I am eating a hot dog and I spill some of the catsup or some of the mustard. Yes, of course, I'm going to have a very big stain on my t-shirt or on my shirt, right? So stain, it's more related to the a substance that changes the color of the object, right? Until here, as you can see, all of them are verbs or actions in past participle that are used as adjectives. Scratched, broken, damaged, cracked, dented, stained, torn. Yes, that's the adjective. If I want to do it as a noun, it's a similar word, but not in past, but simple like the simple form of the word cheap. Yes, like it's a line, one of the lines that it's on the problem. Scratch, yes, like rayon. Break, damage. Crack, not in past, just the same word, but not in past. Dent, como abolladura, right? Stained, it's the spot, the piece of clothing which has a spot. That's it. Hmm? But the last one, it has an asterisk because it's different. That one it's leaking. Yeah. And it is in ing for a reason. What is the meaning of a leak? What's the meaning of a leak? Fuga, yes, exactly. So when I say that a pipe or a faucet it means like the tap of the water tap, yes. So when that is dropping some water, yeah, we have here the tap of the water, and it is a continuous process. That is why this is not in past participle, but it's in ing because it's a continuous process, no? So it's something that is going on all the time, no? So it's leaking, 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 leaking. So it's all the time doing the same action. That's why that one, we use it in past, in present continuous, right? So it is leaking. Okay, ready? What do you think, girls? And Andres, questions, difficulties, problems on the vocabulary, one that it's not clear?
Not yet, teacher. I don't have questions.
Okay, very good. So in this case, guys, remember that we have two possibilities, no? If it's any of these options, we use the verb to be, like the cell phone is scratched, the glass is chipped, the glass is broken, the cup is cracked, yes, the pipe is leaking, yeah, let's say, the glasses are scratched, the jeans are torn, no problem, right? The bicycle is dented. But if I use one of the nouns, then the verb, it's not going to be. It's going to be have or the combination there is or there are, right? I can say, for example, there are some scratches on the glasses. There is a crack on the cup. There is a chip on the glass. There are two tears or two holes in the pants, right? There is a dent in the bicycle. There is a leak on the pipe. Yeah. So I can use there is or I can use have. The cup has a crack. The pipe has a leak. The bicycle has a dent. The cell phone has a scratch. Yes, bueno, has many scratches. The jeans have a stain. The jeans have, many tears, no? The glass has a chip. The glass has many cracks. Okay, entonces I can use the same idea in different ways. It depends on you. What do you want to use, the adjective or the noun? Depending on that, you're going to have to use one option or the other. Listo? Ready? Guys, if you don't have any other question, please help me to describe what problems do you see here.
In the first photo, the
Mhm.
floor is damaged.
The floor is damaged. Okay, very good. In general, no, it is not a specific damage, but it is simply damage. Okay. What else? Doesn't have to be in order. Any of the one or any of the pictures. ¿Vale?
The car is dented.
Perfect. The car. Bueno, claro que es the car door especially, right? The car door is dented. Very good. Here, the floor is damaged. I would say that is also scratched, no? But yes, the floor is damaged, the car is dented. What else?
The door is basically broken.
Completely true. The door is broken. Good. What else?
There are so many holes in the t-shirt.
Emily, once again, please. I cannot listen to you.
There is so many holes in the t-shirt.
Okay, very good. I think I understood that. There are many holes on the t-shirt. Yes, as you can see, there are many holes. It is really torn, right? So there are many holes on the t-shirt. Muy bien. Anything else?
The pipe is leaking.
Andres, okay, the pipe, very good. The pipe is leaking, right? Mhm. As you can see, it is a continuous process, so it's tick, 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 tick. That's why we use present continuous, right? So the pipe is leaking, very good. And the last one, what about here? What are the problems here?
It could be the window is broken,
Yeah.
maybe.
One possibility is that the window is broken. Any other possibilities?
Or the
Chip.
glass is cracked.
The glass is cracked or the window is cracked, no? Because you can see that there are a lot of lines, like a lot of cracks, but it is not completely destroyed. So I can use, yeah, it is broken anyway because it's missing this part. It is also cracked. Yes, I can also say it has a big chip, like it's a big part that is missing, but good. So good, guys. Take into account that all of you, bueno, except for Emily, all of you use the verb to be, no? Because it's the most common way. It's the most common way. I know, I understand that is the most common way. But remember that we have other possibilities, right? So, for example, the car door has a big dent. And the floor has many scratches, could be. Here, bueno, Emily gave us an example with there are, very good, excellent. Or for example, the glass or the window has a big chip, yeah? Or the window has many cracks, right? Not only the option with the verb to be, not only the option of the adjective, but also the option of the noun, okay? So it's important also to use both ways so you can modify and not all the time saying is. No, so but we can change have, has, there is, there are, it is, no, depending, okay? Okay, guys, but so far so good. So those problems are problems that we see, and when it happens, well, you have to fix it, and that's it. Ready? But sometimes we're going to find repetitive problems. Ready? Repetitive problems usually related to electronic devices, such as the cell phone, such as the computer, such as the TV, such as different the house. Wait, with green, no, with red. House appliances. What is the meaning of house appliances, guys? Do you know what is that? What might be the house appliances?
Electrodomésticos.
Sorry, Emily, again?
Electrodomésticos.
Yes, exactly, Amy. Very good, excellent. So are the things that we use at home. The washing machine, the TV, the microwave, the blah, 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 right? So the different house appliances. Normally, they are related with the repetitive problems. Why? Because it's a problem that I fix, but the problem comes again, right? That it's more common with electronic devices because those problems, they sometimes are repetitive. They happen and happen and happen again. Even when I fix it, it's a possibility that the problem can be repeated. What kind of problems? Well, let's see what kind of problems. So for example, in that case, we could have the verb die. In ing, will dying, ready? Related, for example, for the battery. Yeah. For example, in this case, I told you at the beginning that the iPad also had a problem with the battery, no? Because the battery of the iPad keeps dying. Hmm? When it's a repetitive problem, I am going to use the verb keep, which is like maintain, and then the verb ing, right? For saying that this action continues happening, right? For example, the battery of my cell phone keeps dying. Hmm? Dying, it means that runs out of battery. Okay. Could be, for example, the battery of the computer, of the laptop, the battery of the MP3, the battery of the iPhone, the battery of the iPad, objects with batteries that we have. The AirPods battery, so different kinds of objects that have battery, yes, like rechargeable battery. And we could say like it keeps dying. It means that it has problems with the battery and the battery doesn't last long. Okay. Now we have the verb skipping, which in this case is more related to when something goes to the next one without control. For example, if we are, imagine that you are in Spotify, and in Spotify, the music keeps skipping. It means that automatically it keeps changing the song, right? Or for example, if you are in Netflix and you're watching an episode of something, and then it keeps skipping. So it means that it automatically changes to the next one, right? Can happen. For example, you skip the ads in YouTube. No, when you open YouTube and there are many ads, you just click skip the ad. No, so when something keeps skipping, it's a possibility that it automatically changes. I don't know if you remember, but for example, before that we have like CDs with music and stuff, if the CD was scratched, then it usually kept skipping the songs, no? And then we said, oh, okay, the CD is scratched, now it's time to change, no? But it can happen also with other things, like for example, the playlist on Spotify, on YouTube Music. If it's a series which has many episodes, it can also happen. Ready? Sticking, it is more related to the buttons. Buttons, for example, in the remote controllers, buttons, for example, in the different appliances, in the microwave, in the washing machine. When I say that a button keeps ticking, it means that I push it down and it doesn't come up. Hmm? For example, if you have a remote controller that it's damaged, usually you push the button and the button keeps down. It doesn't come back. So when that happens, it's because the button keeps sticking, no? So, or for example, it can happen with the buttons of the washing machine, right? If I push the buttons of the washing machine, but they do not come out, it's because they keep sticking. Or for example, with the keys of the keyboard, no? We have the keyboard here. Yeah, we have the keyboard with a lot of keys, right? And sometimes when, for example, if I am drinking something and I drop some liquid on the keyboard, it's possible that the keys keep sticking, no, that they get stuck down. Ready? Bueno, we have another one which is jamming. It's kind of similar to sticking, but with mechanical things, with bigger things. Like, for example, a drawer. Guys, what is the meaning of a drawer? Drawer, what's that?
Tablero.
Not really.
Uh,
Andrés, sorry.
Cajón.
Cajón, muy bien, very good. So it's a cajón. Sometimes, for example, if the table or the desk is too old, the drawers keep jamming. No, so you try to open, but they do not open, so they keep jamming. No, it's a possibility. Not always happen, but sometimes it happens, right? That they get stuck. So when I say jamming, it means it's similar to get stuck. Yeah. For example, a window, or for example, the drawers, or for example, the washing machine, because it has a motor, no, an engine. So sometimes the engine keeps sticking too, right? Or keeps jamming, sorry, keeps jamming. Ready? Good. When we were about dropping, drop, it's, soltar o caer, right? In that case, I make reference to the signals. For example, the Wi-Fi signal, the cable or the satellite signal, yes? So in those cases, when I say that something keeps dropping, it's because the service keeps failing. For example, I don't know if you have what internet operator you have, but Claro service keeps dropping. Or sometimes people say that a Virgin telephone service keeps dropping. That all the time it's failing, it's failing, it's failing, right? So remember that this is a repetitive problem, okay? Crashing, then we have it when an operative system stops working. For example, I turn on the computer, the laptop, yes. And when I turn it on, it says error. And it gets in a blue screen. It doesn't allow me into my operative system. It keeps error. So in that case, my computer keeps crashing. Yes, it's completely damaged. Okay. Freezing, then again with the laptop or with the cell phone, it's when the image gets stuck. So it's not the complete system, but it's just the screen. The screen keeps like frozen, no? So in that case, I said, okay, the computer keeps freezing, or the laptop or the cell phone keeps freezing, or I don't know, Netflix keeps freezing, no? So it's like keeps freezing, the image gets, like stuck in the moment, okay? And finally, flickering, when a screen might be the TV or might be the computer or might be the any kind of a screen, let's say the TV, yes, keeps failing apart. For example, in this part, you can see the image, okay, see normally, but here you just see, lines. Or the image start appearing and disappearing, yes? So when something is flickering, it's usually an image that it's broken, that it's not constant, that is not clear, yes? So probably it's half of the screen good and the other one not, and it's usually doing this kind of movement, yes? It's flickering. Flickering is exactly like that. Okay, ready? Guys, questions on this vocabulary, or what do you think? How do you feel with that?
It's all
Everything is
clear.
clear,
Thank you.
teacher.
Okay, very good, excellent, right? So in this case, the idea, of course, is that we usually use it with keep because it's a problem that keeps happening, right? So let's go to the next part and then you tell me what is the problem with that? According to what we saw, what are the problems described on those images?
The TV keeps crashing. The first photo.
Well, that's a laptop, but yes, of course, it keeps crashing. Completely right. In that case, as you can see, it is a general problem, a general error. So in that case, it keeps crashing. Muy bien, very good. What else?
The internet keeps dropping.
Very good. Yes, the internet or the Wi-Fi keeps dropping.
The battery is keep dying.
Good. The battery, you could say here, the battery keeps dying. Exactly. Very good. What else?
The button is sticking.
In the controller, right? So the button, or especially the A button, the button keeps, not is, but keeps sticking. Muy bien, very good. Excellent. Okay, so this one ready, 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 ready. What else? We have 4 pictures more.
Maybe my YouTube keeps keeping the ads.
Good, excellent, good. So YouTube keeps keeping the ads. That is not a problem, but good, excellent. It's keeping the ads. Muy bien, very good. What else? What is this guy doing?
The screen keeps Flickering. Flickering.
Yeah, true. This screen, this one keeps flickering, no? So as you can see, half of the image is good. The other one, it's not good. The image starts fading, so it keeps flickering. Muy bien, very good. And two, the last two pictures.
The guy of the upper picture, he's fixing the washing machine.
The washing machine, especially because the engine it means motor, ¿cierto? What happened with that? Keeps what?
Maybe keeps making a little noise.
Okay, keeps making a little noise, yes, but it's because it keeps jamming. Ready? For example,
Mm.
when you have a washing machine for a lot of time and you don't clean it, you don't regularly clean it, it keeps jamming because of all the dust and all the pieces of clothing and all of those little pieces that come out of the clothes, they start or they keep jamming, right? So the engine keeps jamming, so that's why he's fixing it. At the last one, ¿alguno habrá tenido Windows 97, 98, something like that?
The PC keeps freezing.
Exactly. Yes, exactly. That happened when the computer froze, right? Yes, it was like, okay, completely frozen, no? So in that case, the screen or the PC, yeah, the PC keeps freezing. So, ready? So as you can see, these problems are very common in our houses. We have a lot of problems like these ones in our houses. It's just that normally we don't know how to express them, but we have a lot of these problems around. Yeah. Problems like these ones, which are repetitive, but also problems like the first one, which are not repetitive, but they are like states. No, when, for example, my t-shirt is torn, but it is not a repetitive problem. It's a problem that is always there. It's not something that happens and fixes and happens and fixes, but it's something that is always there. Yeah. Okay. So looking around, look around your house. Bueno, the place where you are. Look around your home, right? Your room. Look around. Yes. So think about it. What problems do you have in that space? For example, in this moment, I am in my studio. Ready? This is my and my wife's studio. Yes. And in here, we don't have many problems, but I think that here, well, okay. My second screen, I mean, I have two screens on the computer, the laptop screen and the other screen, no? So my second screen on my second monitor is scratched a little bit, right? And well, the laptop, the laptop battery, in my case, the laptop battery keeps dying. You know, it's an old laptop, so if I don't have it plugged or connected, the battery keeps dying, right? And finally, the sofa that we have in the studio, the sofa is stained because I think that somebody spilled water or something, so the sofa is stained. Those are the three problems that I have here in my studio, okay? What about you? What happens on the places where you are?
Well, my cell phone's screen has a little crack.
Oh my God. Okay. But does it keep flickering or not? Not yet.
Sorry?
Does it keep flickering or not yet?
Oh, no, not yet.
Okay. It will happen eventually, but not yet. Okay, good. What else? What other problems do you see around you?
Teacher, I am in my living room on my PC, but I have my TV control that keeps a button sticky.
Okay, the button keeps sticking, no? The button keeps sticking. Okay, Andres, very good. Anything else? Valeria, Maria Isabel, Emily, any problems that you can see around you?
The
So yes,
wall,
teacher, in my house, so we have our the microwave is jamming,
Mm.
and also we have a sofa with is torn.
Oh
Is
my God.
yeah,
Because,
bad material.
oh, okay, but it's not because of the cat or something like that.
No, the first time was my dog ripped the the sofa, one of the on the corner, but now it's because the material is a poor material, so nowadays it's start to be torn.
Okay, so it completely got turned. Yeah, it got turned. Okay, maybe.
Yes.
Thank you, Mari. Very good. Valeria, you were saying?
the wall of my bedroom has a crack, a big one.
A crack. Is it not dangerous?
Yes. No, I think. I don't know.
Fingers crossed it is not
I
dangerous.
hope it's not, honestly.
Oh my God, okay, very good. Anyway, it is something to check, but muy bien, very good, vale, excellent. Emily, any problems that you see around yourself?
My dog put a hole in my shirt.
My God, a hole in your shirt?
Yes.
Oh my God, okay. Very good. So those problems, as you can see, they can be repetitive or they cannot. Depends on the object and depends on the problem that it's presenting. Yes. For example, well, in Andres' case, the problem is repetitive because every time that he uses the remote, the button presents the same problem. Different from that, for example, on Valeria's or Emily's case, the damage is done and it is nothing to change it, right? So the wall has a crack and there is nothing that you can do to change it. I mean, you can fix it, right? But that is the state of the wall. It is not something that comes and goes, but it is something that it is always there. Yes. The same as, for example, the hole on Emily's t-shirt. That's always there. Yeah. But as I said before, you can fix it. And when we want to describe that possibility of fixing something, we are going to have other possibilities, ready? So when we want to describe the options to fix, or to improve the state of something, I am going to have two possibilities, both with the verb need, which, it means necesitar. Then the solution, yes? But depending on the way that I want to describe it, I can use it with gerund or I can use it with the verb in past participle. Yes, depending if I want to use the noun or if I want to use the characteristic. One more time. Yes, for example, if I say, okay, my wall is stained. Yeah, because it's a white wall. So I don't know when, but we got it dirty. It is stained. What is the solution? Well, paint it, right? So I can describe or I can say that the wall, yes, it needs to be painted. In that case, I'm using this one as a characteristic. Necesita ser pintado, right? But I can also say exactly the same idea using the gerund. Just saying it needs painting. What's the difference between that? No, it's nothing. It's just necesita ser pintado, necesita pintura. But it's exactly the same, right? For example, I don't know, Emily's t-shirt has a tear because the haircut, yes? So in that case, what does it need? Hue, right? So for example, I can say that it needs to be soon, good, which is cocido, right? Or it needs sewing, es decir, necesita costura, right? It's exactly the same idea. I am just using here, I'm using the nouns, using the sustantivo, and here I'm using the verb in past participle as an adjective en forma de adjetivo. That's the difference. Okay, ready? So depending if I want to fix it or replace it or clean it or repair it or change it, it depends, right? And you have the both possibilities with the verb in past participle or with the verb in ing. Always remember, if you want to use the verb in past participle, it's necessary to include to be before, literally to be, right? So now, teacher, my cell phone has a little crack. Okay, so it needs to be replaced, or the screen needs to be changed. Now, teacher, the wall of my house has a big crack. Okay, it needs to be repaired, or it needs repairing. Hmm? So in that case, you have both possibilities. Ready? Is it clear? Both parts needs to be and needs an ing. Or do you have any questions about it?
Everything is
All fine. Good, excellent. So in your cases, you mentioned that there are a lot of different problems, no? So, for example, imagine that we live, come on, here, no, not here. I am finding the picture. Oh my God, wait. I am looking for the picture that is right here. Exactly. Here we can see a lot of different damages in that living room, no? Tell me, my dear people, what problems do you identify here in this picture?
The carpet has a red stain.
Exactly, the
The
carpet.
TV's on fire.
Well, that one is a big problem, right? So the carpet
Oh my God.
is stained. Muy bien, that's a big problem. The TV is on fire, right? Okay, it is on fire. Is there any other problem that you can identify?
I can see that the window is broken. It needs to be fixed.
Exactly, the window. Actually, it's a glass door, but okay, yes, the window it's broken. And Andres immediately gave us the solution. So he says the window is broken. So what does it need? Painting? No, that's not the solution. The solution is to replace it or to change it. So the window is broken. It needs to be changed. Muy bien. Very good. Excellent. For example, here the carpet is stained. What is the solution? Do I need to change all the carpet?
No, just
It,
clean it
so it needs cleaning.
to be clean.
Or be to be clean. That's the other possibility. Very good, excellent, right? Hmm. What about the screen of this laptop?
has a crack.
Many cracks, no? So it has many cracks. Do you think that it needs to be cleaned? Probably that's the solution.
No, it needs
Well,
to be
Needs to
repaired.
be changed or fixed.
exactly. So,
Replaced.
mhm, exactly. So the screen has many cracks, many cracks. So it needs changing or fixing, or replacing. Bueno, as you prefer to use it, right? Remember, we always have two options. Yes, in this case, be and very past participle, like in this one, yes, or just need and ing. Needs cleaning, needs fixing, needs changing, right? Hmm. The TV was on fire. Does it need to, what does it need? Does it have any solution or you just need to be changed?
It needs to be changed.
It needs to be changed. Bueno, first it needs to be put off, right? First, the
Yes.
fire needs to be put off. Mm. Listo, guys. Muy bien. Very good. So in that case, that's the idea when we want to describe. Well, the topic of the week was about buying objects, no, purchasing objects, right? And here the idea was to describe possible problems that we may have with those objects, right? Because Remember that when we work or when we shop online or when we shop in any different kind of stores, we have the risk to find some problems with the product. Yes. That's why, for example, in the infographic of the week, I gave you a video about shopping online. I hope that you saw it. Right. So in that case, guys, I have a question here that it's the first question. It's what problems do you see on these objects? So we have three objects. What problems do you see in these objects?
The cell phone battery is dying.
Good. Okay. So the battery of the cell phone keeps dying. Excellent. That's it. What other?
There are a lot of holes in the t-shirt.
There are a lot of holes in the t-shirt. It's completely torn. What else?
The screen of the computer is flickering.
Exactly. So the screen of the computer, well, it is broken or it is cracked. Therefore, what is the meaning of therefore? Connector, very important. Therefore, what's the meaning of therefore?
Por lo tanto,
Por lo tanto, very good. So the screen is broken or it has a very big crack. Therefore, it keeps flickering, not because it has a damage. So the screen keeps flickering because of the crack that it has, right? Good. So excellent. So those are the problems that we can describe with these objects. But imagine that you purchase an object, that you bought an object, and it comes up supposedly new with these problems. Of course that you're going to be disgusted, that you're going to be angry, and there is something that it needs to happen. Ready? So in that case, I suppose that you're going to make a request. What is the meaning of a request? It's simply a solicitation that you do to one person or to one company. If, for example, you buy something of this in Amazon or in Mercado Libre or wherever, and it comes up like this one, of course that you're going to present a request to the seller of the product or to the company that is selling the product, to somebody who can fix the problem. Ready? So in that case, guys, the next class, we are going to, or the class 2.2, we are going to see how to create this kind of request. Ready? So we can answer the second question. What would you do or what would you request the product's warranty to do? What is the meaning of warranty?
Garantía.
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 Exactly. So you said, okay, I need you to refund my money. Oh, no, I don't want a refund. I want another product. Or I want to repair the object, for example. Or I want a discount in a future purchase, depending on that. So you are going to think, what would you request the company to do? Would you request them to give you more money? Would you request them to change the product? Well, what would be the request? Ready? But that is for the second class. My dear people, questions about the vocabulary of the problems, difficulties, everything clear?
Everything's clear. Thank you.
No, thanks to you. Okay, guys, so for the moment, that would be all then. That's the first part of this week. Topics about purchasing, the objects, the problems that we can have, the possible solutions, no? So the possible solutions for these problems. And basically was that, the different kinds of problems, the problems of physical objects, but also the repetitive problems that we can have usually with the house appliances, with the electric devices, right? Now, if you don't have, if you have any question, let me know. Don't worry. Let me know on WhatsApp, whatever that you can find difficult or something. Let me know. I am correcting the activities usually at night. So continue working like that. I have been correcting a lot of activities so far. I know that some of you already take advantage of the time and you are already like in week 3 or something like that. It's fine. It's fine. Anyway, if you have any question, just let me know on WhatsApp. Okay. Guys, have a wonderful night and see you. Bueno, the people who can attend, I don't know, but the people who can attend, I see you on Friday, Friday in the morning. Okay?
Okay, teacher, thank you.
Have a wonderful night.
Okay, have a good night.
The teacher have a good one.
You too.